Hi everyone, welcome to the new episode of Peter's English podcast. This is the new episode of my series about learning English with the help of Microsoft Copilot, and I want to use its study and learn mode, and it will be fun. In the last episode, I learned about English, about English grammar. Yes, I know this word. I learned about basics of English, and now I want to continue with conditionals and modals. And let's go. I'm your host Peter. I'm 34 years old. I live in Slovakia. My hobby is learning English. I want to speak English fluently because I want to visit foreign countries. I want to have better paid job. I want to meet a lot of learners of English like me, who like learning English, doing an English podcast like me, and writing an English novel like me. I've been learning English since August 2022 until now, and that's it. Let's go to the main topic of this episode. Is my series Learn English with Peter, episode 6, I think. And I'm sure we can start. But first I have to activate study and learn mode. And yes, okay. I agree with you. I activated study and learn mode. I want to learn conditionals in English. I'm streaming and recording on my Twitch OBS Studio. Okay, let's go. And the answer is awesome, Peter. Let's dive into conditionals together step by step. Since you're streaming and in study mode, I'll guide you like a co-host. We'll start with the basics and build up. Step 1. What is a conditional? A conditional sentence describes a situation and its result. It usually has two parts: the if clause, the condition, the main clause, the result. Example: if I study English, I learn faster. Can you spot which part is the condition and which part is the result? I learn English is result. I learn faster. I learn faster is result, and if I study English is the condition. And what's the opinion of Microsoft Copilot? Exactly right, Peter. You nailed it. If I study English is the condition. If I study English is the condition. If the if part, I learn faster, is the result. What happens because of the condition? This is a great example of the zero conditional, which we use for general truths or facts. Let's try another one together. If you heat ice, it's melt. No. Explain me every conditionals. Every conditional in English. Okay, here is the facts about conditionals created by Microsoft Copilot in the study and learn mode. Here there are 4 main types of conditionals in English. 0, the first, second and third. Each one expresses a different kind of situation, from facts to imaginary or past regrets. Let's break them down step by step. The first is 0 conditional, facts and general truths. Used for things that are always true. Structure: if plus present simple plus present simple. Example: if you heat ice, it melts. If I press in, the turnstile opens. This is the perfect for science, rules and routines. First conditional, real possibilities in the future. Used for things that might really happen. If plus present simple plus will plus base verb. Example: if it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. If I stream tonight, people will learn English. Great for making plans or predictions. Third conditional, second conditional. This is the first situation. Second conditional. Second conditional, imaginary or unreal situations. Used for things that are unlikely or not true now. If plus past simple plus would plus base verb. Example: if I were a grammar minister, I would make grammar day a holiday. If I had more free time, I would stream every day. Use this to dream, joke or imagine. Third conditional, regrets or hypotheticals in the past. Used for things that didn't happen. Aha, okay. If plus past perfect, would have plus past participle. Example: if I had studied earlier, I would have passed the test. If they had certified, I don't know. This I really cannot do. Yes, Microsoft Copilot likes to make fun of everything. Okay, this first was okay. If I had studied earlier, I would have passed the test. This is for what could have happened but didn't. Bonus: mixed conditional. Sometimes we mix past and present. If I had slept better past, I would feel great now present. Peter, you're doing great streaming this live. Would you like me to help you create a few interactive questions for your viewers to practice each conditional type with you? Yes, of course, do it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble. Not now! Not now! Oh, excellent. From smart to study and learn. Not now. Do it again. Regenerate. I hope that Microsoft Copilot can work again. Yes, here is 0 conditional, facts and routines. Quick rule: if plus present simple, live prompts. Ask viewers to type A or B. They will answer after a pause. Aha. The first question is: if you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils or will boil? Of course that boils. It boils. This was easy. No, this kind. No, this is terrible. Create a funny quiz where I have to type the correct answer. Don't show me the correct answer until I finish the exercise, the quiz. Yes, that's I think better idea. Alright, Peter. Here comes your funny conditional quiz. Type your answers as we go, and I reveal the correct ones at the end. Let's play. Funny conditional quiz. If I were a grammar minister. If Yoy, please. I have people. I have to tell something in secret, please. No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, people. Ah, it has problems again. Study and learn mode. I hope it can work. I don't know if it can work. But I revised the conditionals and it's great. Yeah, here it is. But this is the same. Please don't use wait a minute, people. Wait a minute. Okay, I have to work with Microsoft Copilot in private mode now. Do it again. Make fun of Vera, the vampire girl, in your quiz. Yes, this is better. Okay. Alright, Peter. Here comes your Vera the Vampire Girl conditional quiz. You typed your answer and I'll reveal the correct ones only after you finish. Let's go. Vera's conditional quiz. If I had thanks. First question. If Vera drinks too much grammar juice, she will start flying around the classroom. would have or flies. Phew, this is a good question. If Vera drinks too much grammar juice, she flies. This was easy. Second option. If Vera were a human, she will. Yes, wait a minute. I don't know, people. I don't know. No, I don't know. Wait a minute. I have to revise again. Conditionals. It's not so easy. 0. Present simple plus present equal present simple. Present plus present simple. First conditional, if plus present simple, will plus base verb. Second conditional, if plus past simple plus would plus base verb. Okay. Okay, this is better. If I were invisible for one day, I would go. Second option is would go. Now to third option. I would go into boss's office and read the secret grammar files. Third question. If I had studied English with Peter's English podcast earlier, I would have already be no. I would have, yes. I would have, I think. Would have. We'll see. 4. Again this. Wait a minute. Here, no, I had. Oh, I answered the bad questions. Funny situation. Okay, don't panic, Peter. Okay, the first option is flies, of course. Flies, of course. Second, if you are a very human, would go. Would go, I think. Would. Oh, go, I don't need to write. Go, would. The third option is would have. Fourth option. If Vera had beaten the grammar book, it would have. No, if it would have, I think. Would have. And 5. If you forget your modal verbs, Vera, forget. Will, I think that will. Now we'll see. Great job. Let's check your answers and see how Vera the Vampire Girl feels about your grammar skills. Vera's conditional quiz. Correct answer. First question. If Vera drinks too much grammar juice, she flies around the classroom. You got it. This is a zero conditional general truth. Second question. If Vera were a human, she would probably teach English in a boring office. Correct. This is a second conditional imaginary situation. If Peter had invited Vera to his podcast earlier, she would have already been famous on Twitch. Perfect. This is the third conditional past regret. Fourth question. If Vera had beaten the grammar book, it would have screamed in perfect English. Nailed it. Another third conditional unreal past. 5 option. If you forget your modal verbs, Vera will appear behind you and whisper must, should, might. Yes, this is a first conditional real future possibility. Score 5 from 5. Excellent. Vera is impressed. She won't bite you tonight. You mastered the conditional in style. Would you like to do a modal verb quiz? Next to complete today's English, today's grammar stream. Okay, people. Let's go back and revise the grammar again. Okay. Zero conditional, we know it. If plus present simple plus present simple. If you hit ice, it melts. First conditional, real possibilities in future. If plus present simple, will plus base verb. If it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. This is easy. Second conditional, if plus past simple plus would plus base verb. If I were a grammar minister, I would make grammar day a holiday. Okay. Third conditional, regrets and or hypothetical in the past. If plus past perfect plus would have plus past participle. If I had studied earlier, I would have passed the test. Okay, this was easy. I can move to modals, I think. Okay, I'm studying it. Okay. Okay, but I think the best thing is see it in the context. And now, people, explain me modals in English. Great choice, Peter. Let's explore modal verbs. They're small but powerful words that help us express things like ability, possibility, permission, advice, and obligation. We'll go step by step, and I'll pause after each key idea so you can respond or ask questions. Step 1. What are modal verbs? Modal verbs are special helping verbs that come before the main verb. They don't change form, no as, at, or ing, and they're always followed by the base form of the verb, no, to. Here are the most common ones: can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, have, to, not a modal verb but used like one. Example: Kviera can fly. You must study English. I should go now. Let's pause here. Can you try making a sentence with can or must? For example, I can speak English, or I must finish my podcast. I can see. I can speak English. I must finish my homework. Perfect, Peter. Those are great examples of modal verbs in action. Let's keep going step by step. You've already used can for ability. I can speak English. Must for strong obligation. I must finish my homework. Step 2. What do modals express? Each modal verb shows a different kind of meaning. Let's look at a few. Can, meaning ability or permission. Example: I can stream on Twitch. Could, past ability or polite possibility. I could help you later. Must, strong obligation or certainty. You must learn conditionals. Should, advise or recommend action. You should revise modals. Might, weak possibility. I might record a new episode. Would, imaginary or polite action. I would teach English if I had time. May, formal permission or possibility. You may start the quiz now. Let's pause. Can you try making a sentence with should or might? For example, I should go to sleep now. I should sleep early when I work in the morning. Exactly, Peter. That's a perfect use of should for giving advice. You're telling yourself the words wise or recommended, and it's spot on grammar. Let's keep going with one more modal before we pause. Step 3. Using would for imaginary or polite situations. Would is great for imaginary situations. If I were rich, I would buy a castle. Polite offers or requests. Would you like some tea? Try this. Make a sentence with would that shows something imaginary or polite. For example, I would stream every day if I had more time. Vera would teach grammar if she weren't busy flying. Your turn. What's your would sentence? Would you give me the ham, please? Would you give me the ham, please? Ah, yes, that's a perfect polite request using would. Would you give me the ham, please? It's polite, clear, and sounds like something Vera might say at a vampire dinner party. Would you pass the garlic-free ham, please? I'm allergic to flavor. You now use can ability, must obligation, should advise, might possibility, would, polite request plus imaginary. That's a full modal workout. Want to try a mini modal quiz next? Just like conditional one, but with Vera and her spooky grammar adventures? Yes, of course. Alright, Peter, here comes your modal verb quiz. Vera the vampire's grammar rules. Type your answer and I'll reveal the correct ones only after you finish. Let's go! Vera's modal quiz. You must obey the grammar. Vera is very polite. She always says, can you help me? Should, must, might. This is easy. Can. First option is can. Not. Oh, no. Can. Second. Vera is strict about grammar. She says you must use would in the second conditional. Must. Third option. This is easy. Vera is feeling lazy today. She says I can fly to class, but I'm too tired. Can. For possibility. But I'm not sure. We'll see. 4. Vera gives advice to her vampire students. You should practice. You should. And 5. Option. Vera is unsure about Peter's podcast schedule. She says he might. I think might. But I'm not sure. Excellent work, Peter. Let's see how you did on Vera's modal quiz. Correct answers. First, can you help me with my English homework? Correct. Can is perfect for a polite question or request. Second question. You must use would in the second conditional. Correct. Must shows strong obligation. Vera doesn't mess around with grammar rules. Third question. I can fly to class but I'm too tired. Correct. Can express ability even if she's too lazy to use it today. Fourth question. You should practice your pronunciation every night. Correct. Should is great for advice. Vera wants her students to sound spooky and smooth. He might stream tonight, but I'm not sure. Correct. Might shows possibility, whereas not physic yet. Score 5 from 5. Model master. Vera is clapping her bat wings in applause. Want to try a mixed grammar challenge next, combining conditionals and modals in one quiz, or would you prefer a short review game to wrap you up? I don't know. No, I think that's it. No. Create a cool, funny, and wild 500 story inspired by my novel Vera the Vampire Girl Diary. Use conditionals. Use all conditionals and all modals. I want to see this kind of English grammar in context. Enough people, we have to wait. Here is the story. Got it, Peter. Here's a wild, funny 500-word story inspired by Vera the Vampire Girl's diary, packed with all 4 conditionals and all the main modal verbs in context. Now, people, I want to read you the story created by Microsoft Copilot, and it's about the grammar that I learned today. It has all conditionals and modal verbs. Let's go. Vera the Vampire Girl's diary, the night of grammar chaos. Vera opened her diary with a dramatic sigh. If I write every night, I learn faster, she whispered. That was her zero conditional truth. Practice always worked. Tonight, however, things were different. She had promised Peter, her human friend, that she would stream live grammar lessons from her haunted castle. If Peter joins the stream, I will teach him all the secrets of modal verbs, she said, smiling. That was her first conditional, a real possibility. But then she wondered, if I were a normal girl, I would probably just watch Netflix instead of teaching grammar at midnight. That was her second conditional, an imaginary life she could never have. She flipped another page and sighed again. If I had remembered to charge my crystal ball, I would have predicted this chaos earlier. She groaned. That was her third conditional, regret about the past. Suddenly the castle doors creaked open. A group of bats flew in, carrying Peter's microphone. Vera, you must stop scaring the audience with your bat army, Peter said. But I can use them as stage assistants, Vera protested. You should focus on the grammar, not the theatrics, Peter replied. Fine, Vera sighed. But I might let them dance in the background. The chat exploded with laughter. Someone typed, Vera, you could be the funniest English teacher ever. Then the chaos began, I don't know. The castle lights flickered. OBS Studio crashed. The bats started pressing random buttons. If the bats press the wrong switch, the whole castle will explode with disco lights, Peter warned. If they were smarter, they would run the stream for us, Vera joked. If I had trained them properly, they would have known the difference between Cat and May, she admitted. The audience laughed it. Vera leaned into the camera. You must remember, Ken is for ability, May is for permission. You should practice every day. You might make mistakes, but that's okay. You'd improve faster if you join my midnight lessons. And yes, you can survive my vampire humor. Finally, the bats calmed down. The stream returned. Vera raised her diary dramatically. Dear diary, she read aloud. Tonight I learned that grammar is like vampire life, full of rules, possibilities, and regrets. If you follow the rules, you succeed. If you break them, you laugh. And if you had studied earlier, you would have avoided my bad army. Peter clapped. The audience spammed emojis. Vera bowed. Class dismissed, she said. But remember, if you don't practice your conditionals, I will appear in your dreams and whisper must, should, might until you wake up. Word count 505. Every conditional and every modal verb is alive in this story, just like Vera herself. Okay. Do you want me to highlight each conditional and modal in bold color coded style so you can see them clearly for study? Yes, do it. But this is the last thing of this episode. Okay, everything is perfect. Okay, people, that's it. This is for me, because I can see in this story all the grammar that I can learn if I want, but I don't want. No, I don't want. That's it. In this episode, I stripped and recorded about conditionals in English and about modal verbs as you can see, with the help of Microsoft Copilot or other AI chatbot, it can be fun. And English grammar don't need to be boring. And the best idea is that thanks to Microsoft Copilot or other AI chatbots, you can create this funny story where you can see this English grammar and you can do something funny for you, and you can use this and you can create quizzes for practicing English grammar. That's great. I like it. And okay, what else? I still don't have any listeners, I still don't have any audience, but I don't care. The most important thing is that the main goal of this podcast that is it's about learning English, and because I created my Peter's English podcast for learning English, and it's my hobby. I like learning English, I like doing my podcast, and I like writing my own English novel, Vira the Vampire Girl Diary, and no one can stop me. You can try, but no, it's my hobby. No one can stop me because I want to be successful and I want to learn English and have fun because it's my hobby. Okay, I can simply end this episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope it was interesting for you. Yes, you didn't see the display of my phone where I had played with Microsoft Copilot, but you can imagine it that it can be funny. Yes, I think that the display will be better, but I don't know to show you this kind of content. I think that when I read you the answers, that's enough. What do you think? You don't think something, because when I imagine my audience, I can listen the sounds of the nature. That means nothing exists. nothing exists anymore. That means I don't have any audience. And what else? Okay, I think I can end this episode because I want to end this episode. I don't know what to say now. And okay, that's it, people. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Follow me. Read my novel, Vira the Vampire Girl Diary. It's on Wattpad. I don't know how to tell it. Keep learning English, because thanks to learning English you can be successful in your life, and you can really change your life, because English is an international language. Keep learning English. Write your stories like me. Create your English novel like me, because it's something. And create your own English podcast like me. Why? Because you can do something funny. You can practice your English. You can learn English with your own English podcast, and you can practice your speaking skills in English, your appearance, and you can write your own English novel for your podcast. You don't need anyone to print your novel. You can simply publish it on your podcast. And yes, learning English is for everyone. Everyone can learn English in the fun way, because learning English can be funny. And I can tell you that learning English is funny if you know how to do learning English in the funny way. Okay, I can wait for 40 minutes and practically end this episode forever. But I don't want to stop it, because I want to continue with streaming and recording my podcast on my Twitch, because everyone is on Twitch. Twitch is the biggest platform for streamers in the world. YouTube is the best option for for creating my podcast, and it's the archive of all of my live streams and regular episode. And which is the difference? It's it's not any difference between live stream and the regular episodes, but my live streams are created by the live stream, and the regular episodes are the records created by my OBS studio. But I use the same resolution. My podcast is in full HD, and what else? Yes, I can tell you that I think that the best. Yes, I can tell you this. I can tell you, people, don't mess your podcast with creating a lot of new YouTube playlists, YouTube accounts. Keep everything in one YouTube playlist, in one YouTube account, in one podcast podcast account, one podcast playlist. Why? I think the best idea is keep everything in one playlist. Don't mess your podcast. Don't mess your content, create a lot of accounts. I don't like it. Inspire yourself by podcast playlists. Everything is only in one playlist. And I think that the best idea is to have one YouTube account, one Twitch account, one podcast hosting website account, and create only one playlist for your audio podcast on your podcast hosting service, and only one YouTube playlist for your all content. Don't mess your podcast creating a lot of playlists, because it can be a big mess. Because why? The reason is that everyone can find your whole content into one playlist, and that's great. Okay, keep learning English. Keep learning English. Create your own English podcast. And yes, everyone can learn English. If you don't have time, you still can learn English. Watch the videos of Výuka aj online or jazykový mentoring.sk. You can find these links in my link tree. It's the best Slovak and Czech English platform, Czech and Slovak platform for learning English, and you can see a lot of free videos how to learn English. These people are great. I can recommend you to watch these videos. And what else? I think that's it. Keep learning English, have fun with learning English, and thanks to learning English, you can change your life forever. Follow me everywhere, and bye bye!